Alright, today I am working on a 96 Nissan pickup. It's a very old history of my truck. It's what I kind of started off with. But needless to say, I have a code for p0180. Now that's basically fuel temperature sensor circuit, and it's open, or I think it's shorted or high input. So I think that was the meaning for it. So when you put the key on the on position, the code will illuminate. And so yeah, I have an open circuit. But as for drivability, I don't know, because I think I might have multiple issues. But as for the fuel pump, you're gonna have to go inside the fuel tank and actually replace the sensor. So here's the fuel pump assembly itself. Now this is a discontinued part. Now I did look on Amazon where it'll be this exact same. Now you can actually get this from the 98 to 2001 or 2002 Nissan Frontier, and it'll actually work out. The only difference in the fuel pump module will be just the connector. The other one will be round, and then this one will be, obviously it's square. So what you can do is you can actually pop these guys right out from the pins. You actually need you can actually use a sewing needle and just open up the tabs. You'd obviously have to pull this gray plastic, it's like a holder for the wire so that they don't yank out. So you'll take this off, and then you'll release the open pins, and just make sure you switch over one by one, and then you go by the original one where the pins are gonna need to be, so you match everything for the other one. But as for everything is the exact same. Now for this guy right here, this is gonna be for the p0180. So either it's gonna be this or it's gonna be your wiring. I'm gonna show you how to test the wiring in this video. And then obviously this one's good. We got this at the junkyard, so we're able to manage that one. I'm gonna actually switch out some things in this. So we're actually gonna replace everything new since we're at it, because obviously we're getting it from another vehicle and we don't know the condition of it. The other vehicle had about 260k miles. I don't like the way how the top is, but I want to make sure I just keep the wiring, because I already connected it and everything was perfectly fine. I just don't want to slap on this and drop the fuel tank and then having to do it again if it's bad. Yeah, I mean, basically we'll go ahead and start this video after the intro. But before we do that, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions regarding this, and then hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future. And thanks for watching. Alright, so coming up from the passenger side right here, so we'll be like right next to between the bed and the chassis. So right here on this piece we'll see a connector. This is the one that we need to test out. So we'll go ahead and release this. Now this will actually be sitting on the chassis, and just had to yank it out. So we'll just unconnect this, and then we're just going to be testing this side. That's the one that's important. Now there's going to be a black green. That's going to be pin number, I believe it said 4. So it's going to be on the bottom right on the back, or bottom left right here. So we're going to check that out. We need to make sure there's continuity. So we're going to get our ohms meter. So you can get this one at Harbor Freight. This is actually a pretty good multimeter. Depending on the temperature, now I believe if it's at 66 degrees Fahrenheit, it needs to be between 6,000 ohms or something. I'll double check the wiring measurements for that. So obviously we're gonna put our red right here. Make sure you're not driving it in there. Just put it in there and just kind of hold softly, and then we're gonna get a known good ground. So known good ground you can get anywhere on the chassis. Alright, so basically we need to make sure that there's continuity, so it's not open. So this is going to be, we got to check with the black green wire right here. So we'll go ahead and put, it doesn't matter what test lead you use, we're going to go ahead and put that. Now you can get a multimeter. I'm using the one from Harbor Freight. Now basically I put it at 2k ohms, or you can put it at 200. 2k ohms is pretty good because you want to see how much of a resistance it is. So remember, just keep it on this. Make sure you're not forcing it, like I'm barely holding it. And then for a known good ground, basically you just need to find somewhere with like a good signal. The known good ground would be your negative terminal on the battery. That would be your negative. So I'm going to try to hold this at the same time while I'm hitting the ground. So we need to make sure we're getting continuity. So right there. So we know that wire is good, as you can see. So once I take it off, it'll be open. That's when it's not connected. And for that, I was actually touching this bolt right here. But to get the best result would be the ground wire on the battery. So we would want to do that. Now next, we need to check to see if we have power. And you need to make sure when you check the continuity that the key needs to be on the off position. And so now we're going to check for voltage on the blue wire. So we need to make sure we have voltage. So the middle right here, on the middle row, the blue wire's right here. So we need to make sure we check that. And then we're going to go ahead and switch our meter to voltage. That would be this one right here. So I'm going to put it at 20 because obviously our voltage will be around 12 volts. And I'm going to go ahead and put this. Doesn't matter again what test leads what. And I'm going to test in the same spot that I did. But normally you want to put it on the ground. So obviously I'm going to try to do this with both hands. And I'm going to touch the same bolt. And then we want to make sure we're getting a voltage. So it needs to be around approximately 5 volts. So 4.89, that's pretty close to it. So we're actually pretty great on that. So now we know our wiring's dead on. So our wiring's perfect on the chassis side. So obviously now our issue is going to be from here on forth where the fuel pump is. So basically to replace that part, I'm going to put it in a separate video. But I just wanted you to see how to test this part just so you get that. But if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. And then hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future. And thanks for watching.